just like that. Like a bad penny. Back. Hi, guys. Evening session time. Level 70 Deadeye. Pretty impressive. Not really. Very, very mildly impressed. Okay, it's not impressive at all. And we're back to the foothills. With a new bow, if memory serves. Oh, hi guys. Sorry. My second map. It was a new map bow, wasn't it? Yes. Yes, it was. Thing I did in the early session was to bust out a new bow. Not a great one, but slightly better, so there we go. I picked up a scroll of wisdom, so I must be wiser now, right? Wise ass, maybe. Good evening to those of you who've joined me. Howdy do, howdy do. Double back. Oh, hoppy little bastard. Hoppy, not happy. Although he might be happy too. I shouldn't judge. And yet I do. Gwenin again. Where's Rog? I need Rog to help me, to give me the God Bow again. I'm sure he's got one for me. Just, he's holding on to it. Alright, immune to cold. Immune to fire. And if we got both of those, we'd only be doing our lightning damage, so we'd be trimming out a fair chunk of our damage. Where do we want to start? Increased rarity. Yeah, we'll start there. That seems like a good place to start. Increased quant. How about there?
Yes, add some spice.
And there. And I'm adding some spice. And there. And there.
Give the order.
The order is given. Victory is ours once again. A couple of Astrogali, which are currency for dealing with these NPCs. A Fall Mask, maybe. What do we got over here? Wand, boots. No, no, no. Possibly. Another Astrogali. Another map. That's my third, I think. Gwenin, does she have anything worth gambling for? I think I checked last time and I didn't have enough to actually buy anything. We could conceivably get... I don't think I've ever gotten anything useful from her. But I'll try. I'll experiment. No, garbage.
Until next time.
We are looking for a particular mob that needs killing. Very big bowl-shaped thing like those. And we're like 80% done with the map, and we've whiffed so far. Found it. And we got the magical drop from it. Back to town.
Our relic.
Good luck.
Yes.
Nope. Nope. Life, one good resist. And the piece of trash tier amulet. Garbage. Okay, and into the mines we go. Where the final needed ascendancy for the Merciless Lab awaits. Trial of ascendancy waits. The Tunnel. Alright, strongest monster in the pack. Gets dropped armor. Happens to be converted to a chromatic. 400% increased XP. Usually a lot of the bats around. How about a whole lot of XP from the bats? What do we have? They can drop omens. Drop broken circle artifacts. Sure, why not? And they'll give me more XP as well. And omens? Why not omens? Oh, tree ant. Not a fan of tree ants. They're bad. They're mobs from the last league and are, yeah, a lot of hit points. Let's just put that. Those are tree ants right there. It's them. Leveling up my stuff, and you just can't help yourself. I've made things much more difficult for myself. Ah, we've got another expedition. Come on, be Rog, be Rog. It's Rog. Okay, Rog, I'm counting on you again. You did it last league. I need you to do it for me again. Give me a god bow. Immune to cold. Unearthed remnants. Extra XP. I mean, that's nice, but increased quant. That's nice. Runic monsters have a chance to drop an additional unique. Not much a chance, but hey, a chance is a chance. How far out here can we go? We can get out this far.
You sure about that placement?
Yeah, I'm sure about placement. Got a problem with that, Rog? I double-clicked there, I think. Oh, okay. I didn't. Thought I did. I didn't. Is that where I wanted it to go? Yeah, I guess so. And that should be fine.
You know what you're doing?
Do I know what I'm doing? Probably not. This thing is extremely unpleasant. Alright, he was annoying. He didn't even have the good grace to drop any fat loot. What a jerk. Alright. Talisman. Ooh. Very briefly, there was a time where talismans were actually worth looking at. And, of course, GGG then immediately nuked them into the, into non-existence. Hey, look, everyone hates talismans. I know. We'll give them smart rolling. And so, occasionally you can get one that's actually decent. Maybe even good. Nah. We'll take care of that in the next league. And they did.
Here for a deal?
Deal for items. Have a bow. He's got a bow. It's not a spine bow. It has fire. It has cold. Crit strike chance. It's a decent starter bow. We'll start with this. We're going to buy it.
A small
Okay.
extra room.
I don't have any of the currency I need to upgrade the level of modifiers by 1 tier. It's a long trip to get this up to being good, but we have got something in the works for eventualness, anyway. Alright, come back to here. We had some looties drop. We got another Astrogale. That's 2 of them. 3 of them. That's lots of Astrogales. And the Trial of Ascendancy, which we need. So. Ow. Didn't see it. Why are those appearing magically in front of me? That's not supposed to happen. Okay, now I'm... Stop doing that. Me? Oh, crap. I'm gonna die. Unless I have some mobs I can shoot pretty soon. Thank you. My flasks were mostly empty, which is a good way of dying. Especially when you're bleeding and your bleeding flask is empty. Oops. All right, but we made it. Barely. But we made it, and that's what's important. Sort of. That one would have been embarrassing. I would have been sad. I mean, not like embarrassed, but that would have been sad. definitely want to grab the waypoint while we're here. Just in case we do something stupid like die. Don't die, Lance. With a little trial and effort, you can not die. I have faith in you. I have some faith in you. But little faith in you. Five sockets. Probably, yeah, close to full. Stop shooting crap at me. Rude. Tree ants are tough. Oh, it's the, I was wondering what the hell that was. It's the League Mechanic guy. Gravedigger. Out into the quarry. What do we got? For each increased life for each alive monster in the pack, so they all start at 4 to 9. They all start at, you know, 120 to 360% extra life. A chance to drop an additional Jeweler's Orbs. Those would be nice. Increased quant. That would be nice. Those would be things I would like. Grab the waypoint, bop back to town, sell crap, come back here and murder things. I have a plan.
Anything you need, just ask.
Nice resists. Triple resists, all 35 plus. So that's what, T2s? 2, 3, 3. Yeah, those are really nice. Crit strike, multi with bows, damage least if life. No, I don't think that makes the cut. That definitely doesn't make the cut. That might make the cut if I... No. My disappointment is complete. My day is ruined. That one's not bad. One good resist, one meh. Might end up being better than what we're currently using. I will hold on to that one. Oh, and the talisman. +1 to the maximum number of raised zombies. Fire damage, lightning damage to attacks, global crit. Yeah, that's... there's no character that works for. And I don't mean that I have.
Be careful.
I mean that anyone's ever had. Take a look at that later. That one. Okay, that one. And now back to the quarry. That is 71, yeah, 71. Ah, beasts. That would explain it. Chisel. Alright, I know where I was going. Let's see if we're there. We're going. Crap, where was it? What the hell? There it was. Crits. Alright. Beast. Oh, that's my first death since the first map. I have no idea what the hell killed me. Probably that. Damn it. I wanted to get all the way through. Finish off Kitava with just those 2 deaths in the very first map. I thought that would be spiffy. Something is just murdering me. It's a dot of some sort. I don't know which. So it wasn't the boom boom. Is it bleed? It must be bleed. It's poison? It's poison. All the little jerks that she's sending out. And bleeds. Poisons and bleeds. Did we capture it, Einar? No, not yet. What a terrible freaking beast. Got it. 10 bleeds at a pop. That's, oh, nice loot. Thanks. For nothing. Damn it, I didn't want to... I wanted to, having died just in the very first map of the game, right after you leave Lion Eye's watch for the first time, dying twice there and then going the rest of it without dying. But no, I got killed by a red beast with horrible dots. Unaffected by curses. Yeah, all those are fine. I feel like I have failed you all. And I feel shame. Something dropped behind me. An ult. Spine bow. That's the base we want. Is a spine bow. No way out of... And that's... Thanks, guys. That's really not helpful. I am so disappointed with that death. I mean, it was a red beast, so it was always going to be tough, but yeah, I didn't want to go that way. That is not one of my standard ways of dying. No, I will have you know that. Standard ways of dying, and we would frickin' stop. is either dying to a freeze strongbox or to the League mechanic. League mechanic hasn't killed me yet. It's probably only a matter of time. We've got Tujin again.
Local, need your aid.
Yeah, I know you need my help. What do we got? Immune to chaos damage. That's fine. That doesn't affect me at all. Activated 50% chance more rare jewelry. Chance to drop additional rare armor item. Come over here then. There. Experience I don't much care about. Jewelry. Additional essence would be nice. Alright, we start up here. We go there. 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 And there. Push the button. For the Calgar. I don't know. Isn't that in Canada somewhere? Good evening. It's going pretty well. Just getting my evening session started up. Working my way... Very nice. Towards Act 9 boss, and then on to Act 10, and then maps. I don't think Tujin's got anything I'm interested in. But we always want to look. We don't have any of the currency, so we can't get him to swap out his inventory yet. Odds, I think. Alts, maybe. 43. We only have 71. No. Thanks for letting me look at your selection, but I've decided to shop elsewhere. It's a very nice selection, but you haven't updated since the last time I shopped with you, and I got the good stuff last time. Alright, boss time. Trarthan powder. What's the skill tree like in this game? Are you not familiar with it? Because it's a little on the overwhelming side. It's not as bad as it looks. A lot of this is like moving from point to point to get stuff, but this is the skill tree. There's 7 different locations you start in. Here, 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 and here. This is basically starts off as a bow-oriented build, but you can move up into this area. This starting area is dexterity-based. This one is intelligence-based, and this is hybrid. Strength is here, so you've got strength and int here, dex and strength there, and strength and int there. And the more you go over here, the more likely you are to find spell stuff. And you go over here, the more likely you are to find, you know, toughness and health and armor. So it's not all exclusive. You can find some stuff in here that's useful for people from over here and so on. It's not as bad as it looks, but for a first-time player, I would strongly suggest following a build guide. Or being willing to like play through about 30 levels, say, of the game and say, okay, I get it a little bit now. Now I'll go with a build guide. Path of Exile has a very high cap, skill cap and learning cap on it. And a pretty high floor, too. And it's not especially friendly. But the depth is amazing. Every 3 months, they bring out a new league, which just started on Friday. And most of those leagues, well, at least half of those leagues, will end up getting added to the core of the game.
Yes?
And so over the years, it's accreted a lot of layers of complexity on top. Which can make it extremely imposing for a new player. Spine bow. I got 2 of the 3 affixes I wanted, but they're in crappy tiers, and one it's in a decent tier. Still, I'll hold on to it. Maybe I can work with it later? It is free to play, but a lot of people consider buying a few of the stash tabs, the specialized stash tabs, like the currency stash tab. A lot of people consider that to be pretty much a necessity. If you're going to at least play the game seriously. If you're going to play it casually, you can probably get by. I think you start with 4 or 5 base size stash tabs. But the specialized ones that hold your currency, for example, or maps if you go into end game play, are worth it. High sin. Oh, crafting recipe. Forgot to grab that. And relatively soon, we'll be finishing off the Act 9 boss. We're in Act 9 right now out of 10. And then we move on to Act 10, which is a relatively short one, and then we will move into Maps, which is the end game. And if that first skill tree wasn't imposing enough, there's another one for when you get to Maps that allows you to specialize how you want to play the end game.
My mana is gone.
You were too beautiful for this ugly
The green above you,
find you in the next.
I believe was when I cast a curse. My W skill is set to Sniper's Mark, which increases the damage they take from projectiles and makes projectiles split when hitting them. And I'm using nothing but projectiles. My skills are, this is just movement. This is Lightning Arrow. Currently, Lightning Arrow is supported by 3 additional support skills. There's Lightning Arrow, lesser multiple projectiles, Makes me shoot off 3 projectiles instead of 1. Trinity support. If I'm doing damage with multiple damage types, that increases... Oh, him. The Green Archer. That is the last one. Mirage Archer. When I make a projectile attack, it summons a Mirage Archer over my head who makes the same attack at 60% less speed for 4 seconds. So as long as I keep attacking, he'll keep spawning and shooting as well. He basically is a fire and forget, intelligent, kind of a minion almost.
It shames me to
She must have
Basically, you have
rid of it
skills. So for instance, in this case, lightning arrow. And if you connect them up to other sockets with links, then a support skill will support your attack skill, say, or your casting spell skill, increasing their damage or adding to their effect. So I've got that. Over here, I've got a bunch of miscellaneous stuff. I have mana forged arrows, which as I shoot and use mana, when I hit a certain threshold, it will automatically cast these 2 skills on its own. And I have a similar one over here. Again, when I hit the threshold, it will fire Frenzy on its own. So basically, I'm shooting my lightning arrow. My Mirage Archer is shooting a lightning arrow less often. And then I've got 3 other skills that are going off after I spend a certain amount of mana, automatically. I can go back to town real quick. So most of the time, I'm only clicking to move, right-clicking to shoot, and occasionally, when necessary, manually cursing enemies with Sniper's Mark.
Not since then.
Nothing to sell. Another skill point. This adds 30% to the critical strike multiplier. A lot of them are just transits, like these are adding 10 to my dex every time, so those are pretty straightforward. Then you've got these littler ones, which, like, this is increasing crit. And then these larger ones, and then you also have... These are notables, and these are... Can't remember the name, but these can significantly change the way your skills work. And I'm using a couple of those. Into the stash they go. And now... The new League mechanic, initially my opinion of it was pretty good. For about the first 20 or 30 levels, the new mechanic gave me useful items. So I started off really good. I think it's very good at the early League. Since then, it's turned into crap, where I almost never get anything that's even remotely usable for anyone. And my understanding about the end game is it remains that way, that it's almost impossible to get anything good out of it. This class is... Pathfinder? It's Pathfinder, isn't it? God, I can never remember. I'm terrible on names of things. Let me... Deadeye. It's a Deadeye, not a Pathfinder. My bad. And why do I keep clicking on the wrong button? I keep clicking on the wrong button. And one of the advantages you get when you choose, there are 3 sort of elite classes for each class you choose. So I chose this class, and there's 3 elite choices. And this is the Deadeye. And in here, you'll every time you go through a particular endgame ritual, let's call it, you get a couple of points you can spend here, and these are very, very strong nodes. Yeah, it's a lightning arrow build. So it's the same thing I ran last League, although I don't have anywhere near as good a bow that I'm working with. So these are very, very strong nodes to get, much stronger than the regular stuff you get out here. Okay, those are fine. Yeah, it's Havoc's lightning arrow build.
This entire mountain is
And even with not great bows, the build has been very good. I was spoiled last league because I got lucky and got an amazing bow for it, or very early on. I got Tier 1 Lightning, Tier 1 Cold, Tier 3 Fire, Tier 1 Crit, and Crit Multi on a Spine Bow. The only thing it was missing was a Tier 1 attack speed, so I ended up bench crafting on an 18% attack speed, I think, if memory serves. I've never gotten a Headhunter. Never gotten a Headhunter. Or a Mage Blood, although I think Mage Blood is probably harder to get these days. It's Danning, okay. Let's see. This is not looking like a particularly remunerative instance of this former league mechanic. Fat Body! Happy Easter to you as well, sir. I hope all is well out in your proverbial neck of the woods. I just had my third death a couple minutes ago, sad to say. A red beast double dotted me, and I died in an incredible hurry. My other two deaths occurred fresh out in the first map after Lion Eyes Watch. I was hoping to die twice in like the first map in the game after Hillock, and then go all the way through without dying again until maps, but no, I died. Yeah, I have played the Torchlight games. I've played 1 and 2. I tried 3. That's the only game I ever refunded from Steam. And I have played some of Torchlight Infinite. Torchlight Infinite is a perfectly reasonable, lower-end skill cap and floor ARPG. I've played a couple of the seasons of Torchlight Infinite and would have Torchlight Infinite, and I would have played the latest, except I've been involved playing Last Epoch when it came out. Otherwise, I definitely would have played. It's a very nice little game. I refunded it because, for a couple reasons. First, I wasn't impressed with the game. More importantly, at least more importantly for me, at launch, it had the hooks in place for offline play, but they weren't turned on. And I kept getting booted and having trouble staying connected to the game. And if you've got a game and you launch it and it requires online and your online's not working and you're going to implement offline later, well, I'll take another look at your game later. And it never amounted to anything. So I tried it at launch, mostly couldn't play, decided that that was not a good experience and refunded.
Well met.
Exchange. I don't need to exchange. Thank you, though. Kind of you to offer. I will move on. Oh, we went that way. But I figured that it was likely that 3 was going to have problems. Because, wow, we just completely looped around, didn't we? What did I miss? Oh, okay, I managed to pick the wrong way several times. PoE is a lot more complicated, has a lot more depth than Diablo. I would say Diablo 3 plays a little more elegantly, is a little bit more polished in the gameplay, but is just nowhere near as deep. I mean, it's going to sound like it's like I'm saying that D3 and, for that matter, D4 are kiddie games. They're not. They don't have the kind of overwhelming complexity that PoE has. It's a lot easier to get into, I think, the Diablo games. A lot easier. I have many times said, I think these are all dead ends, that Path of Exile is the most actively hostile game I've ever seen to new players. There is story. There are not really cutscenes. There is story. It didn't originally have it at launch. They've, you know, added it in. There are a couple people who keep up on the lore and do videos on the lore.
Evil grow from your remains.
PoE is very much a systems-based game, where every 3 months they add a new game system, and that's what brings people back for the next season. The Rotting Core. Oh god, I don't. Attacks have a 25% chance to maim, 40% spell suppress. More damage granted to members on packs. On death, that could get unpleasant. Alright, we'll make do with that. Now, definitely the thing that they hang their hat on for PoE. I watched a little bit of one of the Orcs Must Die games. I had a couple friends who played a lot. We have an Alva. Hi, Alva. How you doing? Workshop. Item yield or strong boxes? Item yield, I think. Top and bottom.
Time to go.
Alright, we opened that up. And I believe we've cleared it all up. No? A couple left. Sneaky little bastards. Did I miss something? Looks like I must have missed some more, too. That doesn't look like it's filled in. I don't know where I could have missed them. No. Close enough.
Good job, Exile. If Wani doesn't get his
Alright,
title for
that's
nothing,
up to tier 2. I think, isn't that... That should be 9 out of 12. So we're going to go into the Black Core, and now we've got
Doesn't seem right.
3 mini-bosses and then a
Yes,
boss.
It would appear our old friend Malachi has
Yeah. Quit your blabbing. Let's roll. I got a diamond ring. I think I'm engaged. freaking noise, other than extremely unpleasant. Mini boss. Back to the black core, one down. Malagaro. Little hopping bastard. Would you please just drop over dead? Thank you. I didn't think that was too much to ask. Spooters! Lots of spooters! Oop, that's not good. Well, let's take that for blinding. Alright, Malagaro. Two down. Historically, this is the one that I have the most problems with. Alright, Doedri's Despair. Don't particularly have any problem with the walkthrough part. Oh, there's the other owl. Okay, well, we can skip the other owl. Getting close to leveling. There's the other alpha that we were missing. All right. Easy peasy. Alright. Now you take those last three ugly big mobs I fought and smoosh them all together and make them even bigger and uglier, and we face the depraved Trinity. I'm drowning! Another map. Anything in here worth a goddamn to me? Possible.
That would only slow me down.
But that one would only slow me down, so evidently not. And I'm one space too short for it anyway, which is fine. Fine. I look like actual shite. Thanks, Waylon.
You're questioning me. Well, ready to go?
Alright, there's one thing I need to do before we get too deep into Act 10. And I need to run the Merciless Lab.
Well, Simon. The prodigal returns.
Because I want to do it now.
Freedom.
Because if I do it after...
This. I've heard the... Goodbye.
I can run into trouble.
Freedom comes to those.
So, let's get it taken care of while our resists are still good. Because I've been fighting my resists the whole game. Until a little while ago. Nice evasion. Nice life. No res? Why you no res? Nice life. One good resist. Not much in the way of damage buffs. Alright. That'll do us. We'll drop this. All into the stash. Ah, that's the Necropolis locker. Okay. Didn't recognize the icon for it. Off to the Aspirants Plaza. We're what, 70, 71. I think theoretically you're supposed to be 66 or higher. 68 or higher. I missed one of the lab trials? What? Really? How the hell did I miss a lab trial? I have no idea how I missed a lab trial. Or which one I'm missing. I'm sure I had them all. I'm sure I was wrong, though. I'm missing the last lab trial. Really? Bathhouse? The tunnel? Oh, I haven't got there yet. It's in Act 10. Well, now I feel a little better. Not much, but at least a little better. For some reason, I was pretty sure you got that beforehand, but I was obviously wrong. It's fine. It's fine. All is well. Ish. Alright, we'll grab it and get the ossuary. That's right, it is in the ossuary. Gee, what do you know? The game is right. Alright, Bannon, get back to town. Need him back at the docks. Well, definitely changing over to DX12 has made it seems like the town load-in's better. I haven't crashed. And my GPU has been a lot quieter. So thank you to whoever it was on Reddit, who suggested it, seems like it worked. A useful suggestion from Reddit. Seems almost impossible. And yet, here we are. I don't think I have a sulfur flask yet. I don't have a quartz yet.
Now that you have returned,
think.
and we for freedom. Now that the brine time.
Mozata, if you're thinking about dying, trust old Whalem.
Going to do the nighty night, meds and Z's, but feed me algo. Thank you. And have a good night's sleep. The underrated quality of a good night's sleep is easy for a lot of people to forget about. I haven't had a terrible night's sleep lately. I just haven't had a good night's sleep for almost a week. Not bad night's sleep, just not good. What the hell is freezing me in place? Because it's pissing me off. Ranger bow, ranger bow. It froze me, didn't just freeze me in place, it froze me. It's gotta be one of the mods for the map. I didn't even see the button to allow me to look at the mods, let alone change them. And that is one of the reasons a lot of the players are really pissed off about the league. Because you can't skip the league mechanic. And historically, that's not the way the game has been played. But in this case, you can't skip it. And you can get completely screwed by the map mods for the critters. And I've frozen again. So I'm going to have to side with them that this part, at least, of the league mechanic is fucking trash. I mean, at least when you're doing the endgame maps, you can choose whether to engage with the league mechanics or not. Not this time. Not no more. I believe I need one of the masteries here. Yeah. Against unique enemies. Where is it? 25% critical strike multiplier against unique enemies. Yar. Okay, let's see. Pack spawns a lesser shrine on death. Monster scratch 600% increased XP. That seems pretty good. 2 additional projectiles. They use whirling blades. They fire blood mortars. They use thunder. How about we give the one who doesn't have any projectiles 2 additional projectiles? Other than that, it doesn't seem... Physical damage is extra cold. How about one that doesn't do physical damage? How would that strike you? Molten fire, that seems good. They don't do physical damage. And we're okay now. Should be, anyway.
Into the heart of madness I tread.
What did I just pick up? Abjure or something. I didn't see what it was. Was it that? No. I have no idea what I just picked up. Well, I'm sure it couldn't possibly be important. rocks, bubbles. We hate them. Precious. That's where we go in. The control blocks. Let's see. 10% chance for a pack to be upgraded to rare. That should be fine. Move it there. Physical damage. Physical damage. They don't do physical damage. Increased damage. Area of effect. Fucking Soul Eater. At least I got him early. And Spine Bow. All right. They nerfed the Soul Eater affix a great deal, but it's still bad. It was terrible. It was unthinkably bad. What were they thinking? Basically, it got a buff for every mob that you killed. Unlimited. Now, it can only get 45 of the buffs, and they'll wear off after some uncomfortably long period of time. And that, unfortunately, hadn't had time to eat up a bunch of souls. Proper way, I think, back here. Yeah, I did. I'm going to go ahead and drop. This fight always seems to be more difficult than it should be. For whatever reason. Real quick, back to town. Anyone might be wondering. If you exit the character select and go back in, it takes you to the town you're currently working out of. And it saves a portal scroll and is arguably faster. But you do have to make sure that you don't want to go back. I'll grab that in a sec. life. Cold and Lenten. What are the tiers on that? 4 and 6. Might be good. I mean, not good, but might be good. Tier 5. Might be able to work with that. Probably can't work with that.
What do you need?
Balance. And what do we have? Give me something nice. Remove curses. I'll work with that. Back to the control blocks, which we just cleared out. Well, killed the boss anyway. None of these appear particularly rewarding or scary, so we'll just go. Yeah, I did close the window. We're not going very far anyway. Into the reliquary. Increase life for each monster in the pack. Trying to get acceleration, area of effect. Fizz is extra lightning. Anybody not have Fizz? No, they've all got Fizz. Alright. Oh. In. Hey there. I don't know who Rex Lynn is. I hope that was a compliment. I'm doing pretty well. All things considered. The new league mechanic is not awesome, but the league itself is fine. I'm getting close to the end of the pre-game before we get to the real game. The meat in maps. You had to go and hide in that just before I could kill you. And you weren't even nice enough to drop anything worthwhile. Do that. Don't stand still for that, Lens. That was ow. Okay, that time he faked me out. He faked one way and then threw it at me. That was unfair. Don't suppose you had dropped anything useful at all here for me, did you? No, neither of you. Jerks. These are amongst my least favorite mobs in the game. Fortunately, I found what I was looking for really quick. Ah, a great actor. Now I have to see if he's one of those actors who I recognize but don't know by name. Not that. Where are we? Oh my god, there we are. I can see, yeah, the resemblance is there. I do recognize him a little bit. Can't place the location, but he does look familiar. But maybe he just looks familiar because we look familiar.
Yes.
I actually think I'm better with that.
For freedom.
back over to the reliquary, where we just were. And once again, exit out. Everything has got stuff in it. I don't think we were away long enough for it to have changed. It changed in that. Something fell. Something dropped. A scour. Good. I don't have many of those. I need more. Never going to get to do any freaking crafting in this league. Come on. You're a big, important-looking mob. Don't even drop anything worthwhile. That's just rude. A couple of things there that might be good. That's better. That's the kind of thing I expect from, you know, a cool-looking mob, is to just drop a couple of pieces of loot that might be good. I don't require them to actually be good. But give a guy a little excitement in his dull pedestrian life. Grab the waypoint and we'll go into the ossuary because we need the last trial. Once we finish that up, we will go to the Merciless Labyrinth. 50% of physical. There's extra lightning. None of those are too terrible. That guy does not need that many affixes. What he does need is better loot. Oh, that hurt. As in, nearly killed me. Little sulfite. I'm getting close to the cap on sulfite. And this should be the quest and crafting item I'm here for. Crafting recipe, I should say. And this is the other thing I'm here for, which is the fuck? I missed it over here. Yeah, the last trial of the sentence. Easy peasy.
An emperor must know precisely where he stands.
back to town. Regrettable requests. I will sell. Nope. Nice life, a little bit of resist. Hold on to it. All it will cost is space. My gear is still pretty crappy. And by pretty crappy, I mean really crappy. But we're going to do Merciless Lab. And hopefully not die. Theoretically level 68, we're at 72. I'm not overly worried about the mobs. The traps, I sometimes panic, so the traps can be dangerous. What I'm mostly worried about is Zaro, especially. Phase 3. Something. My first Exalted Orb. Ah, for the days when Exalted Orbs were really, really good. Now they're just good. Okay. Still, a delight to get one. Door's locked in here, right? Yep, doors are locked. Gotta get a key and then choose which way to go. If tradition holds, I will choose the slow way instead of the fast way. I thought for a second I saw one of the potential for secret rooms there, but that was not welcome.
Where there's a golden
There's a golden key. There's a golden
must
door.
be a golden door.
Must be. Ah! Don't run into that. Lens. Lens. Pay attention. Now would be a good time to do fewer stupid things. Not stupid things. You do plenty of those. Try doing fewer stupid things. Now, I always choose the left hand. Golden door. Because reasons.
Gold is the most difficult.
I chose poorly. Oh, I take it back. They were split. Most of the time, I think. One of them is a shorter route. Whoops. Don't want to run into those. Because pain. Pain hurts. Couple of rings. My rings are pretty crap. Look at these. I've got nice rings. I would approve of getting a nice ring. Say, good solid life. 2 good resists. I don't think I'm asking for too much. Aspirant's Trial. First one. You have to do 3 of them.
The weary traveler draws close to the end.
Double resistance is rank 3. That one's good. That will help because when we finish Act 10 and move into maps, the very last thing that happens in Act 10 is you defeat Kitava, and he removes 30% from all of your resistances for a second time. I was born for this. That's what he said.
Even the grandest designs can be deceived.
I am going to try and be extra careful because this is the kind of thing I tend to panic on. I make a mistake and panic. 73. Silica Halls. No, that's the next. I don't remember where my next point is going. Give me a second. I need to check my Path O building. See where I'm going next. Got those, got those, got those, got those. Down there, I think. Looks like Dazzling Strikes is next. Yep. As we continue to build our crit hit chance. Whoop. Bane of the Loyal, the next lieutenant I hit, will be killed instantly. And he'll deserve it, too. Something hit me for a big dot there. Door. Is it? Aspirant's Trial number 2.
When the time comes to strike, an emperor strikes without hesitation.
To entertain doubt is to dance with death. Second verse, same as the first. Except I will be able to kill this lieutenant, I think, with a single shot.
say that
2 down, 1 to go. The last one is the toughest,
they couldn't be
as there
more.
are going to be traps on the floor. Not like porcupines. PoE players disagree on a great many things, but we all hate porcupines. Alright, sure, into sanatorium halls. Alk, murder boots and assassin mitts. I'm set. Murdering and assassinating. I got it all covered, guys. It's the aspirant's trial. All right, third and final one. Knock on wood. Here we go.
An aspirant can afford to be promising. An emperor must keep those.
Oh boy. As always, is very nerve-wracking, because if you fail, you go back to the very beginning.
Empire awaits you in open.
And the reward for success is something really good. A really good buff. Got it.
Tyranny is inescapable.
Okay. Was never in any doubt at all. Had it the whole way. Our skills will now fire 2 additional projectiles. This is a buff. Alright, what's the highest percentage we have? Herald of Agony at a 13, Smoke Mine at a 14. We can sacrifice a gem for treasure keys, or for currency items. We can add experience to it, or we can choose to transform it into a transfigured gem of random type of the same color. Lacerate of Butchering, Lacerate of Hemorrhage, and Storm Rain of the Fence. I'm going to do a quick check on Path of Exile trade, to see if any of those are particularly valuable. So, Lacerate of Hemorrhage, about 1 chaos. Butchering, less than a chaos. And Storm Rain of Offense. Interesting, I used regular Storm Rain. Maybe Storm Rain of Offense would be better. Also less than a chaos, but none of them are particularly high valued. Their values in general seem to be lower this league. That doesn't surprise. There's a lot less currency floating around in this league. I'll take this one just because I might want to use it myself. open the socket? I do. Let's start leveling it up, just in case we ever want to use it. We have, I think, just one key. We have just one key. I'll roll a d20, 1 through 4, 5 through 8, 9, 10. And if it rolls more than 10, we just subtract 10. I rolled an 8. That one. Okay. Good evening. Watch you lab while you were eating Easter dinner. I hope dinner was delicious, but not so delicious that it'd make me hungry. I mean, I ate not too long ago, but we start talking about food, and I start getting hungry, even when I have no reasonable reason why it should make me hungry. So I hope it was good, but not spectacular.
Good to see you.
All right, we got a lot of jewelry out of this. Maybe we can get something to improve our very sad jewelry at the moment. Our glove isn't awesome. Basically, our best gear through the entire thing has been, we've always had a good bow and a good quiver. Our offense has been solid the whole build. But we whiffed this time, I think. Yep.
Always keep your eyes on the horizon.
All right, the scourge. Did I leave it? Did I leave it in there? Did I leave the gem in there? I left the freaking gem in the goddamn altar. Why it lets you do that, I have no fucking idea. No, I didn't. Because I put it here. Okay, never mind. I'm an idiot. But I'm a different kind of idiot. I wasn't my initial value of idiot. No, I was a very different value of idiot. Let's see. Physical damage, not that interesting. Attack speed while dual wielding. Attack speed with daggers. Those were all melee based. That's disappointing. Global fizz. Attack speed while hold. 4 green gems. Shield, daggers, dual wielding, and melee damage with one hand. You'll note, I have a bow. Talk to Lonnie for my rewards. Oh, that's right. I think I had a book coming, didn't I?
Freedom comes to those who...
I did. Here. Blind chance. Chance to blind enemies with attacks. Did I not travel to the ossuary? I traveled to the ossuary. What did I fricking miss at the ossuary? I missed something in the ossuary. I don't know what. What am I looking for? Does it not actually tell me? It says optional, but this is going to drive me crazy. So I'm going in because I don't like being crazy. What the hell was I looking for that I didn't get here? Search for the Mortonomicron. Oh, that's right. I remember seeing this before. I don't remember what exactly the deal was. My first scarab. another map. And we're back again with the freezing bullshit where one of these mobs, because they didn't pay enough attention on entering, they have a chance of freezing you. My opinion of the entire League mechanic has been dropping rather precipitously. Frozen again. Almost died because of being frozen. Alright, this is the trial, which we've done, because we've already done the Merc Lab. Wait, what was that? Oh, that wasn't what we're searching for. Frozen again. And shocked. So whatever they're doing both freezes and shocks you, so you take a whole shitload more damage while you can't move. Is it a reflect effect? Because I wasn't affected until I fired. I'm being constantly stunned or frozen. GGG, what are you thinking with some of the stuff you do? I just do not understand. It must be in here, the Forbidden Archive. The Mortonomicon Exitio Immortalis. Oh, that's right. That's for Sanctum. I hate Sanctum. I don't know if I'm even, they even allow me to put this into the, like, into my fucking stash. I don't think they do. Which is such a mechanic that just blows my mind. You have to do whatever this item is. Same with the quest drops from Heist. It's such a frustrating thing that most people don't pick them up. Congratulations, you've done a marvelous job in making people not want to engage with your content. Was that what you were hoping for?
Hello.
Freeze 1540 now.
For freedom.
Let's see. This will be as good a place as any for scarabs, at least for now. Here. Yep. Phase run. That'll go in there. All right, Divinia.
You actually with this book. Until next
All right, I can leave it like that. Nope, the book is still there. You see? This is just such dog shit. You pick it up, and you have to start the activity. It's just insanity. Because it won't let you get rid of it. I don't want to visit, but I have to. I have no choice. Unless I want to fill my inventory with additional crap. An inventory that we don't have anywhere near enough of. Thank you. Pass. Relic Locker decoration now available in my hideout. Chests have a 4% chance to drop double Aureus coins. Gain 11 Aureus coins at the start of the sector. I can't. Relic altar. That's got to go there, I guess. And this goes there. And I don't want to start it. I really have no interest in Sanctum. It's one of my least favorite League mechanics of all time. If I want to do a roguelike or an auto battler I don't want to do a crappy version in Path of Exile. I'll play a real one, thank you. I believe I'm in the minority in that a lot of players really liked those leagues. I hated them. I chose not to engage at all. Because, in my experience, they both required you to make a build to play the league mechanic. And I have no interest in that. I want to play a build to have fun playing Path of Exile. Not Path of Exile's crappy impersonation of an auto battler or Hades. GGG loves doing things like that at launch. I think there have been one league in the last 10 that didn't need a hotfix to the league mechanic, being either too annoying to deal with or not being rewarding enough or some combination, or just being too brutal. But yeah, absolutely, they do. And right now, the league mechanic, well, if you read Reddit at all, you know how bad the league mechanic is. Oh, okay. I forgot where I was. I was confused for a couple seconds. Why isn't there something going here? What's happening? Oh, I went to the wrong map. I was thinking I was in a different map. I mean, balance is a hard thing, and the schedule they work under is unimaginable. Bringing out, content every 3 months is insane. But yeah, it is kind of tradition. Four maps, 1 cup. It is kind of tradition that they're, overtuned or under-rewarding or more different options of not quite being finished. And certainly from their point of view, they would rather buff rewards than nerf rewards. Buffing rewards is always going to make the players feel a little better. Nerfing is never going to make the players feel better about anything. World peace, world hunger, their opinion on those things will become worse. But yeah, this league, in the past, if there's a league you don't like, a league mechanic you don't like, you can just choose to not engage. So even though I couldn't stand the mechanics for Tota or Sanctum, and I just simply chose not to engage with them. They were not designed for me, rewarding or not. But you don't have the option in this league. Totally get why the launches are like that. Yeah. Sometimes the vision and playtest data doesn't quite line up with the patch actually launches. I think they're mostly good at fixing things players complain about the most. I agree entirely. But this one has got one of the sort of base components of it is that it's not skippable. You have some agency in how it is enacted by moving stuff around. But you have to engage. And I believe at some point somebody asked him, might have been Ziggy D. It was one of the Q&As they had in the last few weeks. And he said, well, you just have to wait a few minutes for it to change, I think was what he said. Now, I haven't checked as to whether you can re-roll by simply clicking, exiting, and then control-clicking to reset or not. But that's a really crappy attitude to wait. You just have to wait a couple of minutes. That's not an acceptable attitude. Maim, attack and cast speed. Additional projectiles, no thank you. Gain endurance charge on hit. How about something that doesn't actually have projectiles? Cyclone, Fireball, Static Strike? I don't think Static Strike does, but that one definitely doesn't, I don't think. What do we have? Anything? Oh! Pack monsters can drop Abyssal Jewels. Chalice artifacts. Abyss monsters. A pack boss will be the Stygian Spire. I had one of those earlier where I got a not very good belt out of. Would you make do with just that? One of the favorite was Sentinel because it was completely optional. If you put even a small amount of investment in it, it could actually be quite simple challenge with a nice reward. Yeah, I mean, we don't need overkill on them. Although, personally, as a game design wonk, a player who loves reading and thinking about game design, I love the more interesting leagues that they come out with. Stuff like Synthesis, which I thought was great design, except if you weren't at the end game, the mechanic wasn't worth playing because it was so unrewarding, so incredibly unrewarding. It took a lot of time, and it gave back basically nothing until you got to the end game. Well, I'm not a huge end game player. I mean, I normally get it to maps, and almost every league I get to at least yellow maps, and most leagues I get to at least a couple of red maps, and then I get another character. So I love seeing their designs because they get inventive with their designs. But I also know that some of them are just very problematic. I mean, to my mind, my ideal is ones where the mechanic is at least as good for leveling crafting as it is for endgame crafting. So, as an example of the sort of magnitude I like, not necessarily what I expect, would be Harvest, where endgame Harvest was making stupid stuff, but you could make really, really good things while you leveled, too. Now, Harvest, as a whole, I think was a disastrous design choice for this game. To give players that much power in their crafting was never going to end well. The players were always going to want that back. And then sadly, they doubled down in the next league by not nerfing it enough. Oh, we've got the Stygian Spire. This is not an ideal location for this, for me. We've got at least one Stygian Vice already out. Alright, we got a Stygian Vice. Worth it. And hopefully it will be a pretty shiny one. Nice leveling ring. Always welcome. Gotta say, those little displays in the middle of the field of view are pretty awful. Not the best, friendliest UI choice, let's say. Crafting Stygians. Carried my currency gains more than one league. Yeah. Yeah. They're one of the things that even I, as sort of a really low budge crafter, has historically had pretty good luck in turning into very good belts for myself. Was that the end? It was. But this league, I have found the currency has been so ungenerous that I've been able to do very little of the sort of standard crafting I normally do. I can't remember if there's a recipe on this map or not. I can never remember. Doesn't look like it. If so, it's in here. No, but another eye jewel. Am I full? My morgue is full.
What do you want me to do? We can dump some. It's you.
You wouldn't want to, I don't know, tell me a little while ago that my morgue was almost full, would you, you jerk? Let's see. Let's trash that. Trash that. Wow, this is really not very readable at all. Note to self, at least come back here and run a few of these or delete a bunch of stuff. All right. The Staff of Purity awaits. Just in case I screw up. In the past, I've occasionally died and accidentally clicked on Return to Town instead of, like, the Continue option. Okay. Note to self, don't just stand there like a great big dope. Ow! That was not very well done. All right, back to town. The fight with Kitava approaches. Pardon me. Old man needs to scratch his back.
I fear I have not been entirely.
And it's Innocence back. Evasion. Do I want to go straight evasion? I think I'd probably do. Alright, she just gave me a reward. I promise I won't be selling you back the same thing you just gave me. I promise. Life to meh resistances. Okay, we'll keep that. This is the one she didn't give me. Life, evasion, 2 okay resists. Nice, very nice evasion. Holy crap. I mean, I could manually put a crappy life on that, and that's actually not bad. That's a lot of evasion. Alright, we hold on to all 3 of those.
Remember.
Hi, Innocence.
Go.
Barracks. Cold damage, lightning damage, spells and attacks, life. Damage leached his life, damage leached his energy shield. Nice. I approve. Claw attacks. Fire damage, evasion, regen, chance to avoid being shocked. Not terrible. And the belt. That is a bad Stygian right there. That's a solidly bad Stygian. I mean, my previous one was better. At level 44, though this one's level 39. Yeah, it's bad. That's not a good Stygian. All right, place the Forbidden Tome in the Relic Altar. Oh, can I remove this? I want to stop tracking this. I hate having shit up on my quest tracker that I don't need. God, it pisses me off so much when they do shit like this. They give you items you can't drop. Or, yeah, you like the +1 ES was really... That's, haha. Stuff like this that you can't turn off, as best I can determine. You can't toggle it. They give you the quest item, and you can't get rid of it. That kind of design just drives me nuts. Hi, innocence. Please, punch a hole in the rubble for me. Thank you. Thank you. The canals. Global accuracy. Increased damage. Where would we rather have the increased damage? How about there? Yeah, okay.
This time,
Right.
I must
Next to the last map before we get to maps. Before we get to the actual end game. I've chosen poorly. So we are at 3 deaths so far. Now, normally for a new league, I don't expect to get to Kitava Deathless, or to kill Kitava Deathless, to finish out the Axe Deathless. But this time I was coming so close to having something at least amusing out of it. The very first map, you know, wake up, you kill Hillock, you go into town, you step into that first map. I died twice there. And then not until earlier this evening. I was really hoping to go all the way through, having died twice, and then finish off Kitava without any other deaths. I thought that would be amusing. Normally, every build after my first in a league, I think my odds are probably 50-50 as to whether I can get through Kitava without dying. Get all the way through all 10 acts without dying. Maybe a little better, maybe 2/3. Ding 74. Okay, if you guys want to keep coming one at a time and dropping uniques, I'd be fine with that. That one didn't drop a unique. I would like to file a complaint. Die to Kitava a lot because you don't realize you have gray gear on aside from my weapon. Yeah, that might do it. I occasionally will die to Kitava. But it's usually carelessness, especially carelessness with his fire attack. When he breathes fire, I get caught on the wrong side. That kind of thing. I want the resistance modifiers. pissing me off? I wanted to get rid of a few things, but sadly couldn't because this UI is such garbage. Let's see. Scarcer. Life modifier. Scarcer. I would never want life modifiers to be scarce. Cold modifiers. Who can fucking read these? Are you kidding me with this, guys? Seriously. I'm never going to want that. Never going to want life modifiers or scarcer. Ever. Armor items do not have a dexterity requirement. Oh, I'm never going to want that on this build. I always want them to have green dots. Thank you. Armor can roll haunted. I have no idea what that means. Oh, this is perfect. This is just excruciating. All right. Hopefully this will get me through Kitava at least. Oh my god. This UI is so bad. Thing is, I want that. I want resists to be available. I still want to believe that you can actually craft something in the league mechanic. I suppose is the problem. Superior cleave. Alright, one last bit of straightaway to go. More crit chances. Crit chance got to be up near 30 now, doesn't it? 28.68. The feeding trough. Quantity of items dropped. Chance to drop an additional orb of fusing. Those are both good things. I would like to have lots of items and orbs of fusing. I would be fine with that. I will drop a portal here, because if I die and accidentally send myself back, which I have done, I don't have to go through two maps. Approaches, and he hungers. He hungers for my flesh. Which is understandable, because there's a pretty good amount of flesh on him, so if he's feeling peckish, you know, understand. No shortage of flesh around here. Almost there. There. Life and mana rank 3. Again, drop this just in case I screw up. I would say screw up odds 30 to 40% reasonably. My single target, not that great. Ooh, that reminds me. This time I'll actually remember to swap out LMP for momentum. It's supposed to be better for single target. I will now, even if it succeeds, I will completely forget I'll move into maps, I'll die, and I'll wonder why I'm only shooting one arrow.
This is it.
All right.
I shall strike you down.
Let go of Sin. He's my friend. Whoops, wrong way. Let go of Innocence. He's my friend. Actually, he's not that much of a friend. Go ahead. You can mess around with him as much as you like. He's kind of a jerk. Got him. So, 2 deaths to me pressing the wrong heal button because I've been playing Last Epoch, and then 1 death in the quarry to a red beast dropping both bleed and poison stacks on me at the same time.
It's over.
I'll take it for being undergeared. Basically undergeared by at least 400 life, 300 life. Because theoretically the standard guideline everyone gives out is you want to have about 3,000, yeah, about 300 life and energy shield per act, and I'm in finishing up Act 10, and I'm at 2,700.
It's funny, Ray.
Hi, Lily Roth. Hi, Whalem Roth.
By the light of rum.
Give me my book and 2 skill points. Nice life. No resist. Having no resist basically makes it a non-starter. Oh, 8%. That's really not much better. Fire, cold, lightning, no health. Balancing my resists, capping my resists is going to be a tough ask. Let me do a quick check over here. Increased critical strike chance against blind enemies. What else do we have? Let's see, over here we've got that, that. We've got that. We got all them. Oh.
Innocence.
Hi, innocents. Screw you, Divinia.
Good tidings.
Yes, set sail for Oriath, please. Alright.
Exile.
We'll see if I can make any actual shot at balancing my resist, at capping my
Commander
resists
Kira,
here.
Journey well. It's through the tunnel.
Crafting recipe. Lily. Pictures of Lily. Lily, oh Lily.
I should have never come back. Time and tide wait for no man.
Old guy music reference. What maps do we not have on the first tier? We have 3, 3, 3, and 1, so give me a bone crypt, if you'll pardon the phrase.
Kirak's my name. We've a vital mission. Got my eye on you.
He's got his eye on me. I find that disquieting. Malagaro's lens and a Neuro's harp. Can't imagine that ever actually makes any builds. I mean, it's possible. It's not, like, hopelessly awful or anything. It's just slightly awful. And there we are. About 55% on the resists. That's not good. That's me taking about 80 extra % damage from elemental attacks, which will get me extraordinarily dead. We go to my hideout. We only have 7 scours, so we can't even afford to, like, you know. And I can't believe I've been wearing this chest forever. I've got to have a better chest. I've got to be able to make a better chest. 97. 84 and 1 good resist. 89 and 1 decent resist. 66, no resists. Well, we can try to work with this one. It does have 6 sockets. We will go ahead and quality it up. 24 fusings. This is going to get me a long way, don't you think? Nope. Nope. We got a 4. I'm going to roll a few more and then settle for a 4. We got a zigzag 4-link. And another 4-link. Alright, we'll settle for the 4. Now we'll see if we can actually roll anything that's usable. $76 life and a fire resist. It's not good. It's not even much better than that. Not there. That. Crapshoot time. I don't know if we've got any decent life essences. I don't think so. No. We have 2 of the lowest tier life essences. Thanks, guys. That's helpful. I would add evasion. Please give me life and a resist. Please give me good life and a good resist. Please? Poor life and a good resist. and no open affixes. Why do you hate me so? Why is this game hating me so much? Granted, I mean, 77 and 2 OK resists on a 4. That is better than what I've got, so we're going to use this. Screw it. And it's got an open prefix if I can put anything on it. I tell you, maybe it's just me, but other people have been saying, other streamers that I was watching were talking about how they were broke because they had no currency. Now, maybe they were just talking about compared to last league when everyone had currency. But it didn't feel like that. Yeah, we'll just give it more evasion, I guess. Decent evasion, more life. Cold and lightning for fire and lightning. It doesn't improve our numbers any. It does give us a bit more life, so that's a plus. And a lot more evasion, less armor. It's not a big win, but it's something. Now, one of my resists is catastrophic. One's bad and one's okay. Yep, 75, 51, and 33. Alright, how's this hat? My current hat has bad fire and decent lightning. And this would give us a lot of evasion. We'd lose a little energy shield. And we can throw one decent resist on. What's our top resist roll right now? $30 to $35, $29 to $35. So that would give us very little gain in terms of resists. 77, cold and a little bit of lightning. That's an improvement. All right. We lose a little bit of life. We gain a little bit of resists, but not much. And really nothing else. 36, that's 52 resist versus 32. Slight improvement. But we need the sockets, so that's a maybe. This is excruciating. Boots. 1 resist, movement speed. 2 resists, movement speed, and better life. So the boots are actually pretty good. Gloves. They're not terrible. How about the jewelry? Jewelry's pretty sad, I know. Life and 1 meh resist. Life and a poor resist. Does it have an open suffix? It does, so that's probably an improvement. Have an open suffix, please? It does. That one's probably an even better improvement. That's 27, 71, and a little bit of energy shield and some armor. So we lose a little life. That's at 103 life. We gain a little bit of energy shield, but not much. We gain lightning resist. That one's got a little bit of fire. I think that one's better. Gives us second resist. Which resist was currently good? Was it fire? Yeah, we're 12 over. Yeah, cold. Alright, we'll go with that. That broke something. What did it break? Strength. I don't have the strength anymore. Yeah, I'm running out of the strength, I have to say. That has open suffix. Why did I never apply a suffix? Because I'm a dope? I'm going to go with because you're a dope lens. No, that wasn't the one I had previously. That was the one I had previously. It had 20 strength. That has no open affixes at all. Yeah, it's probably a little better. Yes, it is probably a little better. fire, so we're going to throw lightning on it. 3 chaos. I can't afford that. I have a grand total of like 8 chaos. At least I got a max roll. Okay, so our fire is barely good. Our cold is poor. Our lightning is not good. Rings. We got to have a ring. Some kind of decent ring has to be present here. I require it. Resists. 3 resists. No life. It's probably better than one of the ones I've got. Lightning, strength, life, and a suffix. I can probably make that work. That one's got a little bit of life. That's got good damage numbers and 1 mech resist. This one can go. For... Oh, we lost something there. 10 to all attributes. Okay, that one's not going anywhere. How about this one? This one can go. And what do the resists look like now? We need a lot of cold. That one's got cold and lightning. That one's got a little bit of fire and lightning. I'd have to resocket that one to even make the thing work. How about amulets? Got any amulets? Energy shield, all elemental resists. Fire damage, all attributes. I can throw a life onto that. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the fascinating Path of Exile gameplay you all came here for. We're basically capped. 1% under for cold. Actually, 2% because I think we've got a +1 to max. That's good enough. We can play. Thank you for your patience. It will now be repaid. Your patience will be repaid with some of the worst gaming action you've ever seen. I promise. Alright, we need to go back to the epilogue. The map device. Bone Crypt. We're going in. I should probably ID that. Because if it's got reflect, I can improve that. If it had reflect, I could change it. As it is... Would you? Extra physical is fire. Sure, why not? And reduce flash charges. I should be fine. Famous last words. My objective for the evening was to get to maps. Oh, God. I'd forgotten about these guys. Strongest monster in the pack gets monsters grant 1200% experience. Chance to drop an additional chromatic orb. Sure. 1% with good-sized packs. I'll take that chance. Global critical strike chance. Oh, that's... I'm really not enthused about that. 100% chance to gain a power charge on hit. Chance to suppress. What does the plus mean on that? Oh, 50% more pack size as well. Yay. 8 to 20. Well, let's put the orbs on them then. All right. I'm sure this is going to go just fine. Froggy! I love Froggy.
The presence of nature.
Is there anything that way? I didn't think so. Man, I hate those things. Those little silvery globes are just really annoying. You now, having reached maps and seeing what joy and happiness the league mechanic brings once you get to maps, yeah, this is not a good league mechanic. Unskippable league mechanic. We've got stuff back here. Many of our gems just leveled up, so that's a plus. Now, the last league was my favorite league in years. 2 or 3 years at least. This one's not going to make that list. Oh, Harvest. What's the worst that could happen in Harvest? A lot of deaths. That could happen in Harvest.
This way, Exile.
Uh-huh. Primal Chimeral or Vivid Nestbacks. That thing isn't showing any signs of taking much damage at all. It does like to scuttle after me, though, doesn't it? What has it got? One of the things I can't stand about this is most of the time... Oh, it has life regen. That's the real problem. We can't actually take the time to look and see what the mobs do, because most of the time we can't tell. Stop regenning, you little bastard! Oh, and then it splits into a new form. Thank you! Such a great win for me! Any more of you guys over here? I was the first one, mind you. And it turned off my anger, which if you saw my reaction there, you'll know that's not true. It didn't turn off my anger at all. Everyone dead? Alright. Two more to go. The Visit Sapsuckers. They've got to be better than the 2 purple ones, I just thought. They don't actually have to be any better. I have mentioned a number of times previously what a not fan I am of this skill, not because it's especially dangerous or anything, just because it's so loud and freaking annoying. I can't even see where the goddamn thing is. There it is. Move again. Why is that 10 times louder than every other sound effect in the game? Don't know. Not a fan. Gee. Bikebacks? Chieftains? Anarchy Scarab? Don't think I've seen one of them before. Well, we didn't die in Harvest. Took us 5 minutes, but we didn't die in Harvest. True to my prediction, I forgot to put in my LMP. Didn't do that intentionally, I promise. I'm not used to doing gem slots, so... So far, I'm genuinely enjoying my mapping experience. Not really.
Running out of room.
Yes, I'm running out of room, you dumb shit. Because you give us a grand total of 64, and half the time we pick something up, you don't tell us, so we suddenly fill it up and we don't know it's full. Man, I'm getting whiny. Well, getting whiny implies that that's a change. No, I probably didn't want to pick that one up, but I picked it up. Caster modifiers. Don't need caster modifiers. Caster modifiers are for people who cast. I don't cast, I just pew. Increased chance of physical modifiers. I'm not going to need that, at least not right now. Increased chance of speed modifiers. Yeah, that'd be good. Attack speed is good. Pew pew indeed. Spells are for people who don't know how to pew. They never learned how to pew when they were kids. Harry Potter. He was good with spells. He couldn't pew. He couldn't pew if his life depended on it. Highborn bow, maybe. Probably not, maybe. Attribute modifiers are scarcer. I don't think I have to worry about those on the things that I would be making, so I will leave that. This is the longest first map in the history of mapping. The only real positive being I haven't died. And it's complete. I had forgotten. Didn't remember that this one was one of those that has the boss not in an arena. Map device record recipe unlocked for Anarchy. There are 15 monsters in the map. I'm not worried about them. But I'm probably going to take a spin at this and get my ass murder-aided. Area contains 7 additional packs of corrupted Vol monsters. Players are cursed with temp chains. Increased monster movement, attack, cast speed. 2 unique bosses. Slaying enemies close together will bring Beyonders And slaying enemies has a 100% increased chance to spawn a beyond portal. I'm gonna die. It's not even a maybe. But I am going to call it an evening after this, so I do feel obliged to try. This is already a fustercluck. Daily deeds defeat a rare beyond monster. That was that very first mob that I ran into. Rare beyond. Just that quick. Jeez. They've all got fast and I'm temp chained. This is hilariously awful, but I'm going to keep trying. Because I said I would. I try to keep my lives to an absolute minimum required, but I can't see myself not dying in this. It's going to happen. This is just hilarious. It is non-stop flask spamming. I've got temp chains and they all have acceleration. And this is the worst possible thing you can do is run away until you've got someplace to go. Running in a random direction to aggro more mobs is not the right answer, Lens. Another rare beyond monster. Another one. Or same one. Same one, I think. This is just bonkers. But I haven't died yet. I'll die when I get to about here on the EXP bar. So that I lose as much EXP as possible. Did I finish it? Holy shit. Wow, that was utter trash at the end, but I'm not even going to try to deal with any of the rest of the monsters. I didn't die. Yes. That was the map, the Volsite area. That was one of the most difficult maps I've ever done. And it's my first map of the season. This does not bode well.
Stay vigilant.
I'll stay vigilant. Thanks, Garak. I'm going to get the free track. 3 orbs of unmaking. Sure. Gimme, gimme, gimme. 3 orbs of unmaking. Generally, I would skip it too. And especially against those mods where they're all basically accelerated. But because it's the last thing I'm going to do tonight, and probably the last thing I'm going to do for League on stream, I felt obliged to do it. But, because believe me, yeah, temp chains is normally, I won't even consider it. Let alone against them being accelerated. That was the particularly not very smart choice, but, you know, sometimes in life, man's got to do what's right, not what's easy.
Greetings.
Sometimes he's got to do what's dumb, not what's easy. That was dumb. But I will no doubt be rewarded with loot concomitant with the amount of risk and difficulty I faced. That's got a lot of life. I like that. Little energy shield. It got crap for resists. Still, it's okay. It's not bad. A chaos resist ring with no life. Good attack numbers, but I can't see myself ever not needing life and a resist. I could add a resist, but no life. But I'll hold on to it because maybe my next build I won't need life. That one's trash. 2 good resists and nothing else. A little bit of attack numbers. Nope, that's not going to cut it. Again, no life. Open prefix, so I could throw life on it. Probably worth at least holding on to for now. That's a no. The thicket bow. 6 sockets. Be my bow. Holy crap. Please have an open up prefix. That's a tier 3, a tier 6. I'll put the biggest lightning I can on, and it may, in fact, be an improvement over what I currently have. Knock on wood. So, what do we have here? We've got Blink, Ice Golem Herald. Remove that. By default, we're at 15.5, and this, without the Benchcraft, is 14. With the Benchcraft, it should be significantly bigger. Not great lightning damage, but as a whole, it's probably going to be bigger than that item. Currently at, what was it, 15.5? 15.8. That's not much. I was hoping for more. We can quality it up. And almost run ourselves out of blacksmith whetstones. Yeah, you can't convince me that that the drops for currency hasn't been completely screwed. 16k, so 500 DPS improvement, not much. Well, plus I'll get some poison. It's okay. And we'll swap it over for now, and we'll see how we feel about it. Slightly higher attack speed, I think, so at least that will feel better. This is my 5 socket, 5 link. That's almost decent. If the lightning was 2 tiers higher and we had a tier 4 fire or cold, this would be better. I'm going to call it here, though, guys. I want to thank you all very much for hanging out with me. I definitely appreciate it. I hope you were... Are you not entertained by that, especially that trip into the Vol side area, which was hilarious, really was. But I want to thank you once again for hanging out with me. I should be back tomorrow at my usual time, 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern. I have no idea what I'm going to be playing. It's not inconceivable I'll be playing more of this, but probably not. I might be playing a little more Star Trek Online, since I only did 1 night of that with my new ship. So I might give that another spin. Thank you. It was fun for me too, a little trying at times, but fun. And I'll try to have a good night, and you have a good night as well. So, I'm not sure what I'll be playing tomorrow, but you're all invited. Anyway, I hope the rest of your Sunday night goes great. And as always, because I like to set an achievable goal for my viewers, I hope your upcoming week doesn't suck. That's reachable for most people. I'm back tomorrow. Hopefully you'll see me soon. Have a great night tonight. Take care, and ciao for now. Good night, guys.